What's up, you fools? Matt is United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and today it is all about Iceland. Yet that tiny little island nation in the middle of nowhere, close to Greenland, closest to where I am, is actually a force to be reckoned with at Eurovision. Yes, they had their ups and downs. It's a little less consistent, but that's why we love Iceland. And they've had some really good results, and maybe this year they can continue that trend. So we all know the national final, and I always butcher the name, Söngvakeppnin. 2020 is the show that will select the winner ultimately, and there are a bunch of songs in the running. We have 2 semis, and today I am going to focus on the first semi-final. I will listen to the songs in the running for the very first time. This will be my first honest, raw impression. There are 5 songs, so is there a potential winner? Now, Iceland, as pointed out, has had an interesting history at Eurovision. They had 2 second places. One in 1999, they're really close to winning actually, but Sweden ultimately won. And then in 2009, even though Johanna was pretty far behind Alexander Rybak, who was like the landslide winner that year, 2 silver medals, nothing to be ashamed of. At the same time, they recently had their worst result in history of the contest when the adorable Ari Olason finished dead last in the semifinal in 2018. So that did not work out. And they only received 0 points once, and that was in 1989. So hopefully we will not have a repeat in 2020. But enough talking, let me put on some music. Let's listen to this together, shall we? And at the very end, I'll share with you my personal favorites. I keep forgetting that in Iceland, in the semifinal, all acts have to perform in Icelandic, and then in the final, they have the option to switch to English or stay with their Icelandic version. It is a very modern song, very chart-friendly, very Billboard chart-friendly, even here in the United States. The question is does it have enough of a hook? I have to wait and see. Okay, so there are a good amount of things I do like about that song, but let's address the issue I have with the song, and that is I put it on, I'm listening to it, and I know what's going to happen. It's a little predictable. I'm not saying you always have the biggest twist in a song, but if I know exactly what to expect in a song after just a few seconds or a minute of listening, it may not really jive with me. Yeah, all I can say is it's a good radio-friendly song that misses the it factor, because I don't think melodically it is just anything remarkable, but it's pleasant. It's pleasant. Okay, I'm into the beat already. This could be a banger. I do like the beat. The beat really goes right into your veins and makes you want to dance. Was hoping for a little bit more of a more grand moment there. Missed opportunity. Yes, absolutely danceable. And I like it. I like her voice. It's somewhat groovy. This actually may be a song that could work even in English. I'm not going to listen to the English versions. I'm just sticking to Icelandic. Oh no, this is kind of cool, but it's too demo-y. I do miss now here with the instrumental part, the oomph. You know what I mean? Don't you feel it's a little thin? Now, what I do like about this one compared to the first one I just listened to, it has a little bit less of a predictability factor, and that is good. At the same time, I also miss the important hook and memorable melody to really make it stand out. So this is a pleasant, radio-friendly song. Which Iceland, is that going to be a theme, or is it just the first 2 songs that I've picked? Neither of those 2 songs I've listened so far are bad. Again, I'm just missing that special something, that spark. I don't know if this one has it. I expect this is gonna go a little bit more hard rock in a minute, based on the picture, the physical appearance. Uh-huh. Oh. You know, when I was younger, I didn't like this kind of music, but the older I get, the more I get into this kind of music. A really good hard rock song with an approachable melody can do a lot of stuff for me. And what Hatari did last year, which is nothing comparable style-wise with this, they can do it as well. I also feel like I need to withhold final judgment on this one because this could go big live. It has a lot of good parts about it. When you go with a hard rock song like that, of course I'm yearning for a little bit more of a climax, if you will. And we haven't reached that yet, and I don't know if the chorus has that, but this part is so good. I really want to listen to the band's music, DIMMA, like what else they have in store. I have a feeling this is not the best effort they have. I'm sure they have better songs. It just is almost there. Almost there. It's good. At least it's not, you know, your average predictable pop song. I just don't know if it's the best hard rock song I've ever heard. Oh. Is that the chorus? He's singing it way too soft. It doesn't really go with the rest of the song. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It's a funky song. He has a certain Bruno Mars quality to his voice. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not completely wowed by it. Again, it stays fairly linear, melodically. There are not many high notes or low notes. He sings in his head voice for a few seconds. But here, it just kind of goes... I feel like this is a pretty good workout song, like I want to be on my treadmill or something like that. But is this the standout song that Iceland should send to Eurovision to actually bring home a good result? It's not a standout piece. Again, it's pleasant, a little bit on the average side, which seems to be kind of the recurring theme in this semi. Huh. Iceland usually is really good at sending beautiful Nordic ballads, not counting our choice in 2018, but in general. Now this is definitely a little retro almost, like I could see this song even representing Iceland in 1994. Which is fine. I don't have problems that with songs that are a little bit retro. Although now it's picking up a little. The voices really suit the song because it has this... You know, there's a very specific tone that often like the Nordic female singers have. I'm getting it from this song. And I'm a sucker for great harmonies. I think we're getting that here. It's a very pretty song. I do like, oh, this is a great moment that I really, really like. Oh, you know, this is the kind of song also I will have to withhold final judgment until the live show, because if they deliver vocally, live, oh. This is pretty, it's like gives you almost like goosebumps. Now this is a little bit more probably a adult sound. I don't think the youngsters will like this as much, but I do. Okay, overall this was a pretty good semi. I do feel as some of them are on the safe side, radio friendly one, but interestingly enough, this semi in particular feel as a lot of these songs are potential growers, and by that I mean the live performance can really change things up here. So this is definitely not an easy semi to rank, but I did it anyway. I will give you my personal top 3, and afterwards I would love to hear from you and see if you agree or not, because I have a feeling you won't. Anyway, my 3rd place as of right now, my bronze medal goes to Elísabet, Elta. basically haunting. I do like a lot of things about the song. I like the beat. I do like the vibe of it. I pointed out before, I do feel as the missing hook and that special something for it to really, really make me jump out of my chair, and it just didn't deliver in that department. But overall, it is still a good song, and I can see a lot of people gravitating towards that one. So this is my personal number 3 as of right now. My number 2, second place, silver medal, goes to DIMMA, Almyrkvi. So there is no English title, which I would assume if they were to win, they're going to sing in Icelandic, which is always fun. That already kind of bumps them up in my ranking because I love the Icelandic language. But the point is, the reason I put it up there, it is probably out of all the songs in the running the most daring one. I do find it interesting. It is hard rock, and I can see that also being a big grower and really elevated to a different level live. This is a song meant to be performed live. Right now, it's pleasant. I am not necessarily saying it's the best hard rock song and it just gets me insanely excited because it feels a little dated, but I withhold my final judgment. It was a good, solid first impression, and now I'm waiting for the live performance. So, DIMMA, wow me. Do your magic. Do your magic. I would love to see you blow me away. So that means I had to put someone in number 1, and I don't know. I would love to hear if anyone else feels that way, but the one that left the biggest mark based on my memory, my brain, is therefore my gold medal, Ísold and Helga. Klukkan, tifar, or in English, meet me halfway. And I'm definitely meeting you halfway because this one has so much potential and I want to see it live. These two ladies can clearly sing, and there are so many good harmonies that I'm digging. And the reason why it's my number 1, I love me a good Nordic ballad, and this has a lot of potential. It's a favorite word I'm using, potential, because once again, as I pointed out in the beginning, this semi screams grower. Every song here I feel as has the potential to become a whole lot better with a good live performance, this one included. And out of all the songs in the running today, this one to me just had the biggest climatic moment with the final big chorus, and it really just catapulted it, just like, whoa! In the beginning, I liked it. It was pleasant. It was getting better and better. And at the very end, I was totally into it. So to me, it had the biggest impact. Love the voices, love the harmonies, and love the build. And it's just overall a really pretty song. Now, again, I pointed out this could have been a song potentially in the running 20, 25 years ago. I'm careful not calling it dated because I feel as Meet Me Halfway is more of a certain genre style that doesn't necessarily, just like country music in America, right? People may say it sounds dated, but the music that was popular 2 decades ago, the music sounds very similar today, so it's not like pop music where it evolves. Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with it. I like it. I said enough. These are my rankings, at least my top 3. Now it's your turn. Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Give me your top 3, top 5. Who do you like? Who did I leave out according to your opinion? Or do you agree? I love it when you agree, but I'm also okay with disagreement. So leave your thoughts below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. The semifinal 2 will follow very soon. In the meantime, have a good day, have a good night, have a good whatever.